It's big, scary, and pink! That's what
They're not even pink.
That's what I thought. Well, they're big. Welcome to Charming Analysis.
Oh my gosh, Jay. Hi guys, welcome back to the Charming Analysis podcast. I'm Mari.
I'm Jay.
And today we are going to be talking about Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken.
Lovely.
This is a movie I've been wanting to see since it came out, but because Jay didn't really feel interested in seeing it, I kept persuading, come on, we gotta at least see this. And besides watching Elemental with me, I also asked him to agree to watch this with me. Mm-hmm. So, because this is a movie I've personally been wanting to see for a while. Mm-hmm. And stuff like that. But why don't you explain to the audience what Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken is about?
It is about a teenage Kraken whose family is living amongst humans, and then she finds out that she is a Kraken, and then she goes on a journey to see who she really is, and that there's a mermaid involved, and hijinks and chaos ensues, and yeah, that's a basic story. And right. The prom's tomorrow. That's
oh my
that's what I got from it.
But yeah, I'll go first with my things.
Okay.
Honestly, this is a movie I have been personally wanting to see since I found out about it. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, this movie does not have the best marketing, which is honestly sad. Because, oh my gosh, this movie is so good. It's so underrated, to be honest.
Is it?
In my opinion. Like, this got barely any marketing. And barely any, like, commercial advertising, which I thought was crazy. Because I thought this was a really good movie. Like, it's one of the better, newer...
To be honest, it didn't really get good word of mouth either.
Huh?
It didn't really get good word of mouth either.
I know. Like, barely this was advertised, which is honestly sad because this movie was really good. It's very underrated, but very good. Like, I had a really good time with this, and honestly, the character designs are like everything in this, along with the animation style. I also like the style of the Krakens, honestly. Like, I thought they were so cute.
Yes.
And Ruby is just like a burst of energy. Like, I loved her energy in this. Like, she is awesome. And I absolutely loved this movie. What did you think of it? I want to hear your thoughts.
You loved this movie?
I thought it was really good. I liked it.
Okay.
So what did you think?
So we did Elemental yesterday, and we did this today. And oh my god, I wish we could have just never watched Elemental and watched this one, because this is like better than that. It's a lot better than that. But I like the movement of the animation. It feels rubber hosed, which, you know, I feel like is appropriate when doing, like, I guess sea creatures in general.
And just characters like them flowy. In general.
They're very flowy. Dealing with characters that have no spine, which is interesting.
They're very bouncy, and I love, like, just the way that all the characters move.
Yeah,
like,
I like that. I like the way that their Kraken forms look. I think it was really, really nice. I think the animation itself was really, like, you know, it was something like stylistically different that I appreciated. I just keep on wanting to compare it to Elemental and how much that movie was just so fucking boring trash. And, like, I'm not saying that this is a good movie, because it's, like, less boring trash to me. It just is a lot more, like, colorful and pleasing to the eye. It's just, I guess, I guess what DreamWorks has been doing is, like, pretty much just let's go for fucking colors. Let's go for let's go for bright fucking colors and their art direction and their films nowadays, and more appreciative than trying to be more realistic with its textures and stuff like that. I like it when animated films look more appealing than that, than trying to be anything realistic. I and yeah, it looked better than Elemental did. It looked
stop comparing it to Elemental, honey.
Okay, but it looked better.
It looks a lot better.
It looks a lot better. Although I can't really say anything else a lot for it, because that's I just was just looking at it and I'm like, this is a lot better to sit through than the other one. But am I gonna again recommend it?
I would personally recommend this movie. If you're into sea creatures and stories, the way the plot line went for this, mm-hmm. I think it's really good. I think it's a lot more underrated, in my opinion, compared to a lot, because I feel like this didn't get enough attention, honestly. And
it didn't, because that's shit marketing, and they literally fumbled because I don't know why. I guess they're not making they've been struggling to make in-house movies, so they've been outsourcing a lot of them.
Yeah, which I can understand.
Which is why these movies are getting shorter and
not as thorough thought out.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, but what did you think of Ruby herself and the characters? I want to know your opinion on her, because I absolutely loved her. She has amazing energy.
She was fine. She was fine. With these animated movies nowadays, now unless a good one comes out, an exceptionally good one, all I can say is that they're fine, because they feel like the same movie to me. It feels kind of I've seen this female archetype before, I've seen this male archetype before, I've seen all this before, and it's not bringing anything new to the table for me. So I can't help but feel I can't distort any of these films from each other. It's everybody wants to be cartoony, but they also want to be realistic at the same time.
And they got to pick one or the other. And
some of them want to be most of them want to be jukebox pop, which I don't mind jukebox pop. I don't mind the sugar pop in animated films. I don't mind that. It's just either they want to be that, or it's just or they want to be or they want to be occasionally you get the really great ones that come out every once in a while, but it pretty much falls into that category for me, where it's not even mid, it's just kind of you're not good, but you're tolerable. You're more tolerable than this other film that was less tolerable.
What about what did you think of Chelsea and her as the bad guy and stuff like that? But spoilers, we're gonna get a little bit into.
It was fine.
I thought it was interesting, and I liked their chemistry at first. Before you find out the truth about her, I thought they had the cutest friendship. Honestly, am I sad that she ended up being a fucking villain? Honestly, a little bit, but it did make for a good story though. But I thought their friendship was really cute. And all the montage moments between them were honestly adorable. I
feel like you have a lot more to say about this. I can only gush about the animation so much because
I get it.
I guess I don't know a lot about. I just the only thing I can say about it is that I like the way it moved. I like the character design. Yeah.
So I guess another question I do want to ask you
it looked like it was filmed like a movie.
Compared to Elemental, which looked more static.
Yeah. There's camera angles and shit.
Well, I will ask this, though. Do you feel like the marketing didn't do this justice? Because honestly,
I think it marketed itself the way I wanted to be. A lot of films that are marketed now, like, are marketing is what it is. Unless you're like, unless you're something else, unless you're an abstract, unless you're abstract about your marketing, then a lot of things market themselves the way that it is, and this market themselves like it, and a lot of people saw it as just another bottom barrel DreamWorks movie. And, not a lot of people are willing to go see, regular boring ass movies nowadays.
Well, to me, this wasn't really boring. I thought it was great.
It doesn't matter if you market yourself like that, then it's,
I feel like they should have done better with the marketing. I will say that. The marketing doesn't do this movie justice. In my opinion, they definitely should have marketed this movie a whole lot better. I think there's only, a few commercials that I saw, one or two.
Not many people watch cable or TV, or literally, how can you market something unless you watched this online? Marketing is now online, and just people didn't find it interesting. I understand why this, bombed. I understand, it was not, people don't go to the fucking movie theaters anymore. You gotta put this shit on streaming.
Well, some people still go.
Some people go. It's just not as profitable anymore.
Which is sad, because this would have been fun to see in theaters, honestly.
But, yeah, I mean, I understand that, but I guess times are changing, and, people want to go home, and they want to see movies at home. They don't want to go to the theater anymore, and I understand that completely.
I think it's kind of sad. Because I actually like going to
movies.
And I
don't whenever I personally want to go see movies, it's going to be something that I'm going to want to save up my money to go see.
Planet of the Apes, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, we did a while back.
You can say whatever you want, but that, legit is a movie theater experience. That has, it's meant to be seen on there. Not saying that artists' work shouldn't be seen on a big screen, but it has to be a lot more than just being average now to go see something. And, I mean, it sucks. It sucks, but it's better than not showing your art there at all.
I know. I understand that. So another thing I do want to ask would be, if you were to see more of this franchise...
And of course, this was an original property. People will not go see original properties as opposed to, sequels or prequels or anything like that.
Which is sad because, I feel like we need more original properties. I feel like this could have... if they had marketed this better, I feel like a lot of people would be into this movie. I feel like a lot of people would be at least. I definitely am into it. I think it's great. And I'm sad we don't get enough attention for it. But my other question to you, because I'm gonna answer this in a minute. I would love to see more from this property. Honestly, I thought
you're probably not gonna get it.
I know, but it would be nice to see more from this property because honestly, I thought it was great. I genuinely loved this movie.
I don't know.
I thought it's underrated, and I'm sad that a lot of people think it is underrated because. Bro, this was good.
I don't think a lot of people think this is underrated.
I feel like it is, or
in your mind, yeah.
Because I don't hear anybody talk about it.
I think there's a reason why nobody talks about it. It's pretty, but that's it.
But, okay, so...
A lot of people were just another protagonist with another panic attack, and it's I understand that people are
tired of that, but at the same time,
but animation Twitter is not the brightest bulbs in the room, so yeah.
According to my bean. Anyway,
according to listening to them for a decade, yeah.
Anyway, so I do have a question for you. Would you like to see more from this property?
I don't know. I don't really go out of my way to see spin-offs of films. I don't really go out of my way to
Well, I know you don't, but
Well, answer your own question.
I already did. I just did. Now it's your turn to answer that question. What are you doing?
Nothing. Leave me alone. Anyway, continue.
But I would totally like to see more from this franchise if possible, because I thought it was really good, and I'm sad that they didn't talk about it more and stuff like that. But another thing I will say, would you rather see a sequel movie, or would you rather see like a what's it called? A like series out of it? Like, do you think this would be better translated into a series, or do you feel like this would be better translated into like a sequel and other movies? I want to know your opinion.
I feel like I don't know. I don't know. Like, I guess do what DreamWorks always does and put it on their Netflix streaming. Like, that's what they normally do anyway. That's even what they did to like films that didn't do that much money. You know, put it on streaming and get another fucking 12 animators to work on it for one season, and then it's gone. Like, that's what it normally feels like to me anyway, you know?
I get it. I'm just...
You just want... I know you want probably more from it, but, like... You know, not everything has to be that.
And I understand
everything has to, like... It could be, like... Whatever happened to, like, you know, you can praise one movie's exceptions. That's what kids did in the 2000s.
Then how come there's so many movies with sequels now? Can you explain that?
Because they're successful. Because they fucking make money. And a lot of these are coming from big fucking corporations. When was the last time DreamWorks actually did something with a fucking franchise and it didn't go to the toilet?
What about Kung Fu Panda minus the fourth movie?
Well, yeah, Kung Fu Panda makes fucking money. Kung Fu Panda makes bank. Kung Fu Panda has a fucking audience overseas. So Shrek has a big fucking, like, audience here in the U.S. That's the thing. It doesn't matter what gets, like, you know, caught up in the fucking stratosphere. It doesn't matter. As long as it fucking makes money, it's golden. As long as there's, like, people who will watch it, it's golden. It's just sometimes you just get people who just don't watch stuff at a certain time, and then they drop it, and they never mention it again. And then 20 years later, people are going to say it was a masterpiece this whole time. Like, good. I mean, good for you. I mean, if you think that way, but, like, you know, it's not going to happen with every movie that you see.
And I understand that.
It's not going to be, like, not every movie is going to be a cult classic.
I understand.
There's still a lot of fucking movies that don't end up being cult classics, and they be forgotten. And I feel like, despite, like, you know having, like, it's very, very pretty imagery, like,
you feel like
it's not a story or characters that I think that people are going to be relating to time and time again. You know, just that's literally half a DreamWorks catalog. Like, do you remember Home? Like,
no.
Exactly. No one fucking remembers Home.
It
came out a decade ago. Literally a decade ago.
That's crazy.
I'm just putting, like, logic into my head, like, what do you think will catch on? Not this. I doubt it. It's been, like, how long? 2 years since they released this? Or something like that? And
when did this come out, actually?
Like,
I don't think it came out that long ago. Like, let me look. I think this came out, like, last year, I think.
I'm just trying to think in my head, like, what creates a success.
Yeah, it came out last year.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what created a success. What creates a success? You never know what creates a success. It could be that it was a slow weekend and that it started to gain traction. You never know. But does that qualify into a fan base? Does that qualify into, like, the studio saying we need to make more of these? No. Never does.
I feel like this definitely is one of those movies to where, like, I personally think it's good. And I understand,
you can personally think it's good. I think it's better art direction than Elemental. But I still think that they're two movies that I will never see again. And I will probably forget the next day.
And I can understand that. Like, we each have different interests when it comes to, like
I gotta move all the boring shit out of my mind to make way for a lot of good shit. Like, that's my intake. That's how I consume media.
Yeah, but at least I got you to watch this with me, and I'm more than happy about that.
Yeah.
Because I've been wanting to watch this with you for a whole ass year. And now we finally watched it. But, anyway, do you have anything else to say before we give our rating? Because I'm going to go first.
My wife likes a lot of just random stuff.
I like movies like this. I think they're nice.
Okay. Then you're fine. There's nothing wrong with being a simpleton. We also thought to be simpleton.
Jay, you are a big ass.
There's nothing wrong with being a simpleton and being simple. There's nothing wrong with that. You can watch a movie and you can like it, and I can look at things with a more critical eye and saying that it's not my thing.
I get it.
You know?
Yeah, I know. Okay, so I'm going to get my rating first. Is this definitely better than Elemental? 100 times yes. This is definitely better than Elemental. In my personal opinion, because I think they both came out like the same week.
They did.
Which is crazy. And I'm surprised Elemental, like... Did Elemental do better than this? Or did
better overseas? This one didn't. So that is
really
fucking hilarious. You know why, probably? It probably didn't take that much to probably didn't take that much to catch the eye of people who don't understand English.
Interesting. Anyway, definitely better than Elemental, because we watched that yesterday. That's why we're comparing it a little bit. Not a lot like you did yesterday. You cute butt.
Yeah, at least it was like at least it was a monster out of the water scenario, and I normally somewhere in my little tiny brain it's like you know, something in my little tiny brain like does like a, what was it called?
A happy dance?
Like a happy dance every time something like is like monsters among us, or like creatures that are not human that is among us. Something does like a little happy dance in there. But like,
not all the time.
It's been done, and I wish it could be done. Interesting ideas, you know.
Yeah.
Why don't we have a movie where like monsters just exist
with the humans?
Like exist with humans. And they have, like, integration and stuff, which already has been done to death probably already a million times, but I don't know.
Technically, if BoJack wasn't, like, animals and they were monsters instead, that's basically BoJack.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
Like a child version of BoJack.
I would like to see...
Because, like, here's another thing, like... Here's, like, one other thing I want to talk about really quick before, like, I give my rating. But, like, you kept comparing Elemental to Zootopia. That was the one thing you kept comparing.
About just to critical design. You were like, oh, I love this. I'm like, this is just ripped off of Zootopia, and you know it.
Not entirely.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's got similar elements. Why do I feel like you're going to make a video one of these days?
Be
like, let's compare the two.
I'm not, because I don't really care for Zootopia that much anyway.
I liked Zootopia. It was good. I would see more from Zootopia.
I'm sure you would.
Honestly. Anyway, enough rambling about that. I really liked this movie. I feel like the movie itself is underrated in my opinion. Like, it's great. Mm-hmm. And I want people to get more attention out of it. But personally for me, I really enjoyed this. And you're going to think this is dumb, but I give this an 8 out of 10. I thought this was honestly a great movie, and I'm finally happy I got to see it, even if it was like a year later. But I really enjoyed this movie, and I would definitely watch this again and recommend it to people.
Okay.
But I give it an 8 out of 10. I think it was really good.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
Nothing. I'm not laughing at you. I'm like, damn, an 8 out of 10. That means you think that this is great, dude.
Yes.
You think it's great?
Yes.
Okay, I can't stop you.
Are you judging me?
Kind
You're
of.
judging me.
Yeah.
Stop judging me.
I'll judge you a little bit.
I love you, but why you judge me?
I judge you a little bit. Okay, it's not wasting my time. I didn't feel like I wasted time. I just feel like I'm not gonna remember it, and therefore, I'm giving it 4.5 out of 10.
You give it a 4.5?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That's it's not mid, it's not bad, it's just a 4.5.
Wouldn't that be in the middle, like 5?
No.
What's a 5 then?
What's a 5? Something that's mid. Something that gives me more than just pretty imagery to look at.
Doesn't this give you more than pretty imagery to look at? Okay, fine. I judge you for that, at least.
Okay.
Because I personally thought this was good, but whatever. You give it a 4.5?
Yes.
Alright, but anyway, that's basically the end of the podcast, guys. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I'm Mari.
And I'm Jay.
And we're out. Bye, guys!